Thought you wanted to be a programmer, but now you just help service and fix planes. You're just glad it doesn't require math. I think a lot of people don't want to be programmers. I'm always shocked to see the numbers of how many students each year graduate with the CS degrees. I'm like, I don't think this many people like this. If I'm being honest. I don't know. I just like, it's hard for me to picture that they would actually enjoy jobs doing that. And I think a lot of them are going to end up in jobs where they're not being programmers. Straight up. They're going to get that CS degree and they're going to go do something else. Something else. Statistical programming, software programming. Dude, there's so many nuances within the field of tech, within programming, whatever. It's just, I don't know. A CS degree is too vague nowadays, in my opinion. Way too vague. The weird ones are the ones going into software from chemistry and physics. I actually knew a lot of people that studied like medical related stuff and ended up swapping to CS because they did some lab work and got to use like MATLAB or something, right? They had to use MATLAB, or they learned like a little R to do a little analysis on their lab data or whatever, and then they were like, you know, they really kind of resonated with that little thing, and then they just got into it and swapped over. It's because when you work in something like chem, you know, or something that gives you a lot of lab work, you end up getting to touch these programs and you get exposed to these things, you get to use them, and, you know, some people just realize that that's what they like. Yeah, bioinformatics, exactly. Well, not all of them went into bioinformatics. It's more that they got their feet wet in it and then decided to swap to CS entirely. Yeah, a lot of people saying that they did CS and then ended up doing something else. Cybersecurity, web development. Yeah. It's crazy. I don't know. And I have a lot of friends that got degrees in non-STEM, right? People that got degrees in like English and in social studies, whatever. And now they're just in these random ass jobs that have nothing to do with their degrees. Nothing at all. Completely unrelated. And I think about this all the time. What's wrong? Like, what's wrong? How do no people in the student sphere know what jobs exist where they could go for when they're past that? How do none of them see that and plan for the jobs that they want rather than like just study whatever and hope they get a job later, right? I feel like the method right now is study in the field you like, and then after that, then you start looking at what jobs you could do with your degree, right? And that's a little weird. I don't know. I feel like it's good to know what kind of roles you want to be in and then study for that. But they don't do it that way? I don't know. That's odd. Yeah, they teach you to go to college and not why you should. Yeah. Is that weird? I think if you looked at a lot of jobs and said, I don't know what I want to do, but I just want to study this field, and then went for it, it'd be fine. But the problem is they don't give anyone that step one, right? They don't give anyone the, hey, look at these jobs, pick out a few you'd like to work toward, and then work toward them. They just tell everyone, go study something you like. I think most 18, 19-year-olds don't think that far ahead. But that's why you have jobs like counselors and guidance, whatever, but then they don't do what they're supposed to do. So I don't know. I'm just saying, this is what teachers and mentors are for, is to provide them that kind of guidance on those things. Counseling was terribly lacking in your experience. Yeah, the guidance counselors and everything were just like random people that got hired in and didn't know what they were doing. I think from what I heard, a lot of guidance counselors in schools were encouraged, and still are encouraged, to keep the numbers up, meaning to keep like, you want to keep pushing kids toward college, because then you could say, oh, this percentage of our graduating class went to college instead of trade schools and not going. This percentage of them went to Ivy League colleges and prestigious universities. So they get pushed for the sake of their own stats to push kids to just apply and go to colleges. They're even pushing kids to apply to like 1 billion colleges, because then they could say, oh, we had this many students get accepted at these different colleges, right? Yeah, exactly. You get government funding when those numbers look good. So again, it's money. And I'm like, oh, you're just putting kids through the ringer for this. They're going to pay to apply to 10 colleges when they only needed to apply to 2 or 3. Right? That's crazy. That's crazy. That's cooked. I don't like that. I don't like that. Half the time, the kids don't even know what they want to study, right? And if the guidance department sat with them and worked it out with them, they could find that out, but they don't. Applying costs money. Depends on the school, but for a lot, yeah. Yep. One of the Ivy Leagues I applied to, $80. $80. It was like, just to find out if they want you. And the thing is, I knew I wasn't going to go. Even if I got accepted to it, I knew I was not going to go to that school because I knew what it cost. I understood what it was going to cost me. I knew how much money I was going to get toward college, and I was not going to get a full ride to an Ivy League. I was like, yeah, no. And I was going to be paying for my schooling. I was going to be working and paying for it. So, no. I was like, I just can't do it. And yet I still applied because I was like really pushed by a guidance counselor to do that. And I was like, afterward, I felt so dumb. I was like, why did I even apply, man? What, so I could say, oh, I got accepted. I'm not going, though. No. You went to a state college that cost $1,600 a semester and you turned out fine? That's the way to fucking do it, I feel, nowadays. Yeah. Yep. Applied to your closest, cheapest university, accepted, and didn't apply and bother applying for others. Sorry, I can't read today. Dude, everyone should just go to community college or like a state school, a cheap one near you. Go there, and then if you figure out what you want to do, you transfer to something else later. That's it. Oh, you didn't want your parents to pay, so you didn't even apply. I paid $80 of my own money that I worked for. I had to teach like several tutoring sessions and everything for that just to apply, to get told, yeah, you can come if you want. And then I said, okay, I won't. What the fuck? Why'd I do that? Because I got pressured. And they were like, just apply, just see. Maybe, you never know if you'll get scholarships, whatever. And I was like, maybe. Realistically, I wasn't going to get a full ride. So, like, what? No amount that they were going to cover was going to make me go. Unless it was everything, That was crazy. Your guidance counselor was irate when you turned down a better school to go where you ended up going, because you went somewhere else for undergrad and you hurt their statistics. That's what I'm saying. They want to get their government funding. So, dude, it was just cooked. I don't know, man. Go to something local. Go get your feet wet. Decide what you want to do and just do your fucking thing, man. Do your fucking thing.